Hi all! Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain, and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Good morning, everybody. Lately my videos, probably because it's been the Platinum Jubilee, lately my videos have been like ridiculously long, 20-something minutes to almost 30 minutes for one of them. But now that the Platinum Jubilee is over, we're going to slow down and get a little bit shorter. just a smidge. All right, so we don't have too much to cover today, but we do have some serious topics to discover, including people have asked me to look up this guy that you see above. So we're going to cover all that as well. So let's jump in with both feet and get going, shall we? Let's go. Really quickly, I want to start off. I got another picture of Paddington. This bear was a gift from this subscriber's husband for Christmas a few years ago. He's about life size, and they had tea last Sunday for the festivities, and apparently some of Paddington's friends showed up for the tea as well. Love this. All right, the subject of taping has come up again, except this time they're talking about Harry, not Meghan. We've already looked at Meghan. We know that allegedly they were both mic'd, but let's look at this section at Harry. Was he or was he not mic'd? I know people are claiming it. There's been no substantial proof yet, but let's just take a quick look at Harry. So this video you're about to see, this is the best I could zoom in without pushing him out of the frame, if that makes sense. Watch this. So he's walking into the church, he's walking out of the church. I don't see any wires, I don't see any microphones, I don't see anything. But then, you guys on the internet are some super sleuths, because then this photo popped up on Twitter and I went, what? Yep, there's something in the red circle. There's something there. And if you zoom in, there appears to be a wire peeking out from under there. Let's look at that just a little bit closer. Yeah, looks like there might have been a wire. I think Meghan saw it and told Harry to fix it. Watch this. It's already been reported by Trevor Colt that, yes, they were both wired. But notice Harry now is doing what Meghan does. He found the camera. As soon as he was done fiddling, he looked up and it was like, oops, caught. All right, moving on. All right, it's been reported that Harry has finished his memoir, turned it into Penguin Random House, and they have rejected it multiple times. There's been multiple attempts and it's been rejected. Apparently it's not juicy enough. He hasn't spilled enough tea and hasn't gossiped enough about his family. And I guess they figure for $20 million they want their money's worth. So, what is there left to say? They've already trashed the family in every way known to man. Makes you wonder what Harry's going to try to come up with next to put in that book, All right, moving on. All right, this really caught my attention. Evan Einstein pointed out if Harry was still using BetterUp, because it's pretty clear from his example, Harry's example, that BetterUp doesn't work. I have to agree. Let us not forget that Harry claims to be Serena Williams' coach, or Serena Williams claims that Harry is her coach, and that he fixes all of her problems in just a little bit on the phone. I'm sorry, I find that kind of hard to believe when you look at these pictures of Harry and the way he behaved the whole time he was in that church going in and coming out. It's obvious that whatever kind of therapy he's getting through BetterUp isn't working. And let me remind you guys, BetterUp is life coaching. If you have severe psychological problems, you need a therapist. BetterUp doesn't give you a therapist. BetterUp gives you a life coach, which is something that you can get off the internet after 6 months. Correct. I'm absolutely correct on that. So, yeah, obviously it ain't working for him, so why should I spend $400 a month for it? Moving on. Now, moving on, a lot of you have asked me to find out some information about this Johnny Thompson from the Highlanders. I want you to know that I did some research and I can't find anything. But that's not going to stop me from posting these pictures. You guys just, ogle. Like, I can't even speak. If I was 20 years younger and single, I'd be finding out somehow, some way, where this guy lives, and I'd be camping on his front door until he agreed to go to dinner with me. He's probably married, you guys. I mean, look at him. Okay, he's a piece of beefcake, but pleasant on the eyes. All right, let's move on. All right, it was the final day of the trip to Gibraltar for the Earl and Countess of Wessex. They attended a Queen's birthday parade on their final day. Here's a little video to show you what went on. Watch this. As usual, the two of them conducted themselves with absolute, regal and poise. And they, of course, left everything on a good note. But, that's what always happens with these two. They're always so professional. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. I'm really glad that they're getting a bigger role within the royal family. I always liked them. Yep. Anyway, it looks like the parade was a big hit. Everybody was happy with how it went, and I love their uniforms. Very spiffy looking. And they also opened the new Wessex campus of St. Martin's School. They visited the old campus in 2012. It looks like a beautiful new school. And then, of course, after the requisite pictures and everything, then it was time to head to the airport. I also want to add, for those who don't know it, this is a special needs school, which is right up Sophie's alley. I just love this. All right. And when it became time to leave, the chief minister, whose name is Fabian Picardo, and his wife, together with the governor, said goodbye to Edward and Sophie at the airport as they were leaving. It really does look like they made a good impression on everybody. Everything went well on this trip. Anyway, here they are getting on the aircraft. Watch this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm turning my attention back to my cake. A lot of you knew what this was. You guys all knew what it was. I heard everything from it's a Victorian sandwich cake to it's a Victorian sponge cake. But you guys, I took UK cooking classes. Everybody knew what it was. And one of my followers actually said that my neighbor must have been extra neighborly because she's never had a plate returned with that on it. Yeah, because you don't have a neighbor like mine. But just so you guys know, I did ask her what the cake was, and this was her response. Now, I've told you all before she was raised in the UK, but she's of Indian descent. But this is what she wrote. It's a Victorian sandwich cake with strawberry jam and whipped cream. She said it's an Indian tradition, not a UK tradition. But, whether it's UK or Indian or whatever it is, it was freaking delicious. It didn't even last but a few hours, and it was gone. Yes, the cake was devoured. So I definitely want your comments on this. What do you think about the memoir being rejected by the publisher several times now. What do you think about BetterUp? Is it helping Harry? Because I honestly don't think it is. What do you think about the miking? Do you think he was mic'd in the church? Do you think that's enough proof to show that he was mic'd in the church? What do you think about the end of Sophie and Edward's tour? And hey, you guys, keep those pictures of Paddington coming to me. I love them. So I'm going to shake this up a little bit today. For those who have donated to my coffee fund, thank you so much. You know you can follow me on Twitter, Getter, Rumble. You can email me. And thank you guys for all the comments. You know I love them. Leave them, leave them, leave them. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you'll know whenever I upload videos. I mean, like right now I'm doing every day, but eventually at some point I'm going to have to slow down. So yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. All right. As always, you guys, have a great day.